The Lexus RX has been America's best-selling luxury SUV for years, earning a rock-solid reputation for reliability and comfort. But we've discovered 7 serious reasons why you should not buy one. If you're about to spend $50,000 or more on a luxury SUV because you believe the RX delivers the best combination of space, performance, and value in its class, you need to see what we found before signing that check. Most buyers think the RX's legendary reputation means it's the safest choice in the luxury SUV market, but this popular crossover is hiding drawbacks in performance, space, and value that we are about to reveal now. Number 7. Underwhelming performance with base engines. When you're shopping for a luxury SUV in this price range, you're expecting powertrains that deliver both refinement and genuine performance. The problem with the Lexus RX is that its base engines are going to leave you wanting more, especially if you've experienced what turbocharged German rivals are offering. The base RX 350h hybrid produces 246 horsepower, which sounds adequate until you actually drive it. The RX 350h is feeling underpowered and hesitant. The hybrid system doesn't compensate for the modest power output with instant electric torque the way more advanced setups do. The turbocharged RX 350 isn't much better. This 2.4-liter Turbo 4 produces 275 horsepower, but it displays noticeable lag and doesn't deliver that satisfying surge of acceleration you get from competitors like the BMW X5 or Mercedes-Benz GLE. While German turbo engines pull strongly from low RPMs and feel effortlessly powerful, the RX 350's Turbo 4 leaves you waiting for power that never quite arrives with the urgency you need. But lackluster acceleration is just the beginning, because the chassis setup is about to disappoint you in ways that affect every single drive. Number 6. Not particularly sporty. Luxury SUV buyers want versatility, comfort for highway cruises, but also the confidence that comes from athletic handling when the road gets challenging. The RX is built almost exclusively for one side of that equation. The suspension prioritizes a plush, isolated ride above everything else. That means the RX soaks up bumps beautifully and keeps the cabin serene. But imagine driving through mountain roads on a weekend getaway. Instead of feeling planted and confident, the RX is displaying excessive body roll that makes it feel unsettled and soft, leaning dramatically in corners like a boat in choppy water. The chassis lacks the tautness that German rivals deliver. The steering compounds the problem. It's light, overly assisted, and provides almost no feedback from the road surface. You're constantly guessing about grip levels rather than feeling connected to what the vehicle is doing. In contrast, rivals like the BMW X5 are giving you steering that communicates clearly while remaining comfortable for daily use. Now, you might be thinking the F-Sport trim solves these handling issues, but wait until you discover what Lexus is actually delivering with that supposedly sporty package. Number 5. F-Sport doesn't solve the problem. Lexus offers the F-Sport trim for buyers who want more than just a comfortable cruiser. This variant is supposed to inject athleticism and performance into the RX formula. The problem? It's mostly an appearance package masquerading as a genuine performance upgrade. The F-Sport brings a stiffer suspension, larger wheels, and more aggressive styling. The visual changes work well. Blacked-out trim, sport grille, and unique wheel designs make it look more dynamic. Inside, you're getting sport seats and F-Sport badging that suggests something special. But underneath those cosmetic enhancements, the F-Sport remains fundamentally the same comfort-focused SUV. The suspension is slightly firmer, but it's still not delivering the handling precision you'd expect from a sport-oriented package. There's no power increase, no upgraded braking system, and no real enhancement to the driving dynamics beyond marginally reduced body roll. The steering remains numb, the powertrain remains the same. So the driving experience is underwhelming across the entire lineup. But if you can overlook that, the next issue is going to hit you the moment you try to fit your family inside. Number 4. Limited passenger and cargo space. Space is a fundamental expectation when buying a mid-sized luxury SUV. You're investing significant money partly because you need room for passengers and belongings. The RX's actual usable space inside is going to surprise you, and not in a good way. Think about a family road trip with 4 adults. The second-row passengers in the RX are going to start complaining about cramped legroom within the first hour. The RX provides approximately 37.5 inches of headroom and 38 inches of legroom in the back seats. The Mercedes-Benz GLE offers 39.6 inches of headroom and 40.9 inches of legroom, a real-world difference passengers notice immediately. The cargo capacity issue is even more dramatic. Behind the second row, the RX gives you just 29.6 cubic feet of space. The Mercedes-Benz GLE offers 33.3 cubic feet behind the second row and expands to 75 cubic feet total. The Volvo XC90 provides 39 cubic feet behind the second row and 85.7 cubic feet maximum capacity. The cramped interior is frustrating enough, but at least you'd expect a beautiful, modern cabin to compensate, except that's not what you're getting either. Number 3. Rival cabins look flashier. The RX's interior deserves credit for exceptional build quality, tight panel gaps, and premium materials. Lexus excels at creating interiors that feel solid and well-assembled. But in today's luxury SUV market, exceptional build quality is just the baseline, and that's where the RX's conservative approach is showing its age. Consider showing your new luxury SUV to friends for the first time. With the RX, that wow moment never quite happens. The dashboard is clean and functional, but it's lacking the visual drama modern luxury buyers are expecting. Competitors are installing massive curved displays, intricate ambient lighting systems, and bold architectural elements that create immediate impact. The Mercedes-Benz GLE features the MBUX Hyperscreen, stretching across almost the entire dashboard. The BMW X5 offers customizable mood lighting and a more dramatic cockpit layout. The RX's materials are high-quality leather and genuine wood, but the overall presentation feels conservative and understated compared to what German rivals are doing. The infotainment screen doesn't command attention, and the instrument cluster looks dated next to the fully digital, highly customizable systems in rivals. So the cabin looks conservative, but the real problem isn't what the RX has. It's what the entire lineup is missing when it comes to genuine performance options. Number 2. High-performance model doesn't exist. Every major luxury SUV competitor offers a range-topping performance variant. These are the models with 500-plus horsepower, aggressive styling, and driving dynamics that genuinely excite. BMW has the X5M, Mercedes offers the GLE 63 AMG, and Audi provides the SQ7. The Lexus RX, it's completely missing from this category. The most powerful RX variant is the 500 HF Sport Performance, producing 366 horsepower. That's respectable for a mainstream luxury SUV, but it's nowhere near the 600-plus horsepower German performance SUVs are delivering. Imagine you're at a stoplight next to a GLE 63 AMG. When the light turns green, that vehicle rockets forward with brutally fast acceleration. The RX 500h simply can't deliver that kind of exhilarating experience. The lack of a true performance model is disappointing, but nothing is quite as puzzling as what Lexus did with the most expensive RX, a plug-in hybrid that somehow manages to be the worst value of them all. Number 1. Overpriced plug-in hybrid. The RX 450h Plus represents Lexus's entry into the plug-in hybrid luxury SUV segment. With 304 horsepower and the ability to drive on electricity alone, this should be the most compelling RX variant. But when you examine the pricing and performance, this plug-in hybrid is revealing itself as possibly the worst value in the entire lineup. The RX 450h Plus starts well over $70,000, positioning it as one of the most expensive RX models you can buy. For that premium price, you'd expect category-leading performance or groundbreaking efficiency. Picture yourself at the dealership, writing a check for over $70,000, expecting to drive away in the fastest, most advanced RX available. Instead, you're getting a plug-in hybrid that's actually slower than cheaper RX variants. The 500h, which costs less, accelerates faster and feels more responsive. You're paying significantly more money for worse performance than less expensive alternatives in the same lineup. The RX 450h Plus is the most expensive RX, yet it's slower than cheaper variants, doesn't offer dramatically better efficiency, and costs thousands more than better performing alternatives. If you want performance, the 500h is quicker and less expensive. If you want efficiency, the standard hybrid offers better value. So there you have it. 7 fundamental problems that make the Lexus RX a questionable choice in today's luxury SUV market. Underwhelming engines that can't match German performance, comfort-biased handling that sacrifices driving engagement, an F-Sport package that's all show and no-go, cramped dimensions that trail every competitor, a conservative cabin lacking modern visual impact, no genuine high-performance variant, and a plug-in hybrid that's both the most expensive and slowest option. The RX built its reputation on reliability and comfort, but is that really enough when rivals are delivering all of that plus genuine performance, more space, and better value? Speaking of rivals that deliver better value, the thing with today's market is that the line between mainstream and premium doesn't exist anymore. The best proof is the 2026 Mazda CX-90, which you can check out in our next video. Despite the mainstream price tag, this 3-row crossover offers a premium experience, whether it's about driving experience, interior quality, or overall refinement, seriously disturbing established premium players in the segment.